challenge. If you all are up for helping me with suggestions, spots, and all that. Okay, so the first thing, if we're going to go in order, which we don't have to go in order, the first thing, and these things sort of coincide, right? 2 kilo bream and a 2 kilo telescopic rod at Mosquito. Yo, what's up, Alex? Things have been good. Yeah, I've been around. Our schedules just must not be synced up at the moment. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Marcel. Right now, I would like to just try to get some of these New Year's challenges done, especially while we have the benefit of multiple people's wisdom. So it's 6:48. I mean, technically, we could go try to do this before bream time is over. We don't have much time, though. Maybe this is not a good idea. Where will we even do it? Is it still in that same spot, pretty much? So are you talking about straight out on the dock, or are you talking about over the boat spot, Marcel? I've certainly caught a lot of trophies on this account, even the lower level account, on that spot, fishing over the boat or near the boat. I have been using, what you call it? I have been using hair rig for it. All right, so I don't know. While people are filing in and I'm trying to get my thoughts together on what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna throw. All right, so we've got 6.8. I mean, that's as big as we can do. We do want our large one hook, I think, just to see if we can get lucky here. All right, what bait? Since I don't have cottage cheese, do you think pea porridge is going to be our best bet? I don't know. I don't think garlic dough is active at all right now. I think people have been doing 1.6 maybe. That might not be right. We're just going to do this for a minute while we're kind of hanging out and giving you all a chance to talk about stuff. Over the boat. Yeah. No, I've been fishing on that spot a lot on my leveling series for sure. All right, so I mean, it's about to be daytime, so this isn't the best time to try to get this 2 kilo bream. We'll give it a couple minutes though, just in case we get lucky. Since I don't have cottage cheese, maybe that's the focus, is getting to level 16 so we can go get cottage cheese if we want to get the bream one done. So what is the next thing we need to work on? An eyed? All right, so does anybody have any eyed ideas on winding? Eyed ideas on winding. See if there's new posts today on mosquito or winding. Wait, was that a nibble? Oh yeah. This could be it. It could be all over. Thanks a lot, game. Thanks for that. All right, so on winding we have, yeah, gudgeon spot, which gudgeon spot is fun, but we don't really need that for a challenge, right? Bleak spot, we don't have flies. So not that we can't catch bleak, but again, that doesn't really help a challenge. I don't really see, oh, there's a blue bream spot. Okay, so that's what we need. We still need our blue bream on this account. What is that, 106.95? Are you okay? All right, so 106.95 at winding. Maybe that's what we do and try to get lucky on our blue bream. Get that knocked out. Well, I'm glad you're here, Alex. And this is definitely the convergence of two worlds, as this will end up on YouTube, because this is actually my leveling series, is the main thing we're playing on right now. So all right, so maybe we just go work on that blue bream. At least we have a spot that's sort of working. What bait were they using? What time is it? 8:34. Yeah, we could probably pack this up. All right, they're using boilies. So they're probably catching white bream primarily, and then occasionally blue bream. So we could do the boilies some, but we'll find out. We'll figure out other blue bream baits. And during the day, we could maybe try to get lucky on a nace or something. Yeah, I guess let's do that. Unless somebody else has another idea. Let's just do that. All right, so let's travel. All right, so we're going to try to get blue bream, nace. Nace has been a bugaboo for some people. It's been very difficult. I've tried it a little bit on this account and have not had much success. So if anybody that is currently here has any thoughts on Ide, nace, especially, suggestions welcome for sure. And if anything exciting happens at Sura, I will pull it up and let you see it. So never, don't fret on that. I'm just, so far nothing exciting's coming in. Okay, so we are talking about 106, 195. I guess the question is, do I have... It's just weird. It wasn't like that yesterday, was it? Do I have the right baits? We're just going to have this on 1. Wait, what size hook were they using? 10. All right, we need a 10 carp hook. And I think they're doing double boilie, caramel and cream brulee. I think that's actually what they're using. We should be good on that. And then we use cream. Oh, they're using a different one though. They're using milky something, but I don't care. It doesn't matter that much. Oh, that's interesting, Marcel. Good to know. You figured that out. You started to watch your streams just because of leveling guides back in 2020. Okay, that's cool. All right, so let's go hooks, carp hook. What's an inexpensive carp hook that we can get? I think just these Simmons carp hooks are fine. They're 4.5 stars, and they do have size 10. So we're gonna do that. Size 10, caramel, cream brulee. We're not gonna have that. Okay, so that's good. And then what's our secondary bait? I guess our secondary bait's gonna be red worm, based on what we have that could possibly catch a blue bream. And then the question I have is, what are we gonna catch a nace on? Probably also red worm. So we'll do nace on float. Yeah, I think this is what we'll do. We'll do, now I don't even know if there are nace this far down. 106, 195, or 106.95, but we'll try. 106, oh, it's this way. Dang, this is really far down. I haven't fished this far down in a while. All right, it's right here. Kind of casting right at this place here. Did they say a clip? Clip 10. Okay. Let's watch our friction break here. I actually think I want our float on line 1. We'll put that on 2. Wait, what's going on? Oh, stream's choppy. Okay, hold on. Is that everyone's experience right now? Okay, so it must be... Okay. Seismic says stream is fine for me. At times it's fine. Okay. I bet if I log out, so maybe Sura is just causing my computer to, let's see what's causing it. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. It's like back and forth between OBS and RF4. They're not getting along very well. Oh, and I've got, okay, hold on. Let me try this. All right, y'all tell me, did that help at all? I'm probably trying to stream at a pretty high level of, all right, I'm not getting that error message on OBS anymore, at least. Move around in game. Okay, gotcha. All right. When you're walking, it was pretty bad. All right. How are we doing? How choppy are we? Oh, nope, I can see it. So now it's overloading again. So it's overloading at least a little bit. Is it better? Much better? Okay. Okay. Well, keep me up to date because I don't mind logging out of my main account on Sura. If I need to do that, we'll just do that. Not a big deal at all, you know? All right, so what are we doing on this line? We're doing, if we're trying to catch blue bream, we probably want pretty small hook. And then we don't want as small a hook, but not too big either to try to get a nace, right? And let's see how deep it is here. What is this, a big perch or something? Better, but still choppy. This is a big perch. 1.2 kilo. Wow. Beast says, finally caught the stream. I got into RF4. Okay, I tell you what, for now, I'm gonna just exit out of my main account. Like, it would be nice to catch the trophy silver carp while on stream, but I can work on that later. All right, so I've exited out now. If it's still choppy at all, then it may not have been related. But my guess is this will pretty much, I mean, y'all tell me, but okay, I'm walking around. Let me know what you think. My guess is this will like almost entirely change what's happening. All right, so back to Beast. Beast says, I've gotten into RF4 very recently, 2 weeks ago. Hey, welcome to the community, Beast. It's a great community and a very fun game. Hope you enjoy yourself. past weeks I've watched a minimum of 13 hours of your YouTube leveling guides. Thank you. That's great. I hope hopefully it's helpful at least at times. Remember, there's always older ones as well if you dig deep into the YouTube channel, and kind of have a different focus usually on this leveling series. This time, of course, we're doing a lot of these challenges, but Marcel has a ton of MDawg bones. I pretty much have the same story. This is the hoods. Keep it up. Keep up the good content. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, so now we've got these working. Let's see how deep it is here to see how realistic catching a nace is going to be at this depth. Okay, maybe so. 21, 22. Oh, okay, cool. So not even the current one. Yeah, that one's a little less... Wait, 21, 22. Is that pre-Norway? That's pre-Norway, isn't it? That's awesome. All right, so... Oh, we did get a bite. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can get another bite. This on redworm, though, I mean, that could have been a perch. Is there a better way to catch nace? It's funny, like, I would not have expected nace to be so such an annoying one. But for some people, it has been very annoying. On my main account, it wasn't too bad, but the few times I've tried on this account. All right, let's see what species this is. That's what I was afraid of. We want to be able to catch nace without catching perch, or do we just deal with all the perch? That's going to be the question. We're also catching a lot of perch here on redworm. Is there something else we want to use during the day? Am I remembering right that nace like caster for float? Should I use caster to try to get the nace? We could just use worm during the day here so we don't blow through our red worms on feeder. Perhaps. I'm pretty sure most of the nace have been caught on redworm, but I don't think that's necessarily because it's the best bait. I think that's just because of how much redworms are being used. Does that make sense? Like there might be other ways to... Oh, there we go. I didn't even think about caddisfly, y'all. I think that's actually what I used on my main account. All right, let's try this. Caddisfly, come on nace. Maybe a little less likely to get perch, which is what we're looking for. Trying to hone in on a specific fish to increase our odds. And I don't mind catching perch when we're using worm instead of redworm. But it's a little sad to see them, like little small perch, come in and eat all of our redworm. Speaking of redworm. All right. So Beast is level 18, close to 19. And I watched 4 episodes from the 24 one. Sadly did not catch the New Year's challenges, so I couldn't relate to it. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And to be fair, if you stick with it a little while, it's not many episodes, or if you just like move forward a few episodes, I sort of give up on the challenges and start treating it more like a regular leveling series. I do that pretty quickly, but here we are, back at the challenges since they've extended the time on them. I figured we'd keep working a little bit. It's like I'm so close on this account to getting these done, but things have changed so much from when I last worked on my main account. I kind of feel like I'm having to find completely new spots and stuff. It's a bit tough. So we'll see. I'm not necessarily committing to doing this the whole stream, especially if this just gets boring. I mean, I can switch over and do a little sea fishing on Norway or something on my main account. I don't want to fish at Sura on my main account if that's all we're doing, because it's pretty slow at times. So I'll do that off stream sometime. So once it gets down to here, it's like it starts hitting the bottom. So let's start it up this way and then just kind of cut it off before it gets all the way down. I just want to see one nace to know that they're even active down here. They may not be active down here at all. Yo, thanks for the sub there, Alex. Appreciate it. New subs, new viewers. A lot of fun. Yeah, maybe this is a sign that these just aren't here at all. Now this spot may get a little more interesting at night, right? Or in the evening and early morning. So when we're more likely to see the blue bream on feeder. All right, let's just run. While it's still daytime, let's run up to the spot 1.6 depth. It's like this 120, 120 spot. Let's see if we get a nibble from anything on caddisfly. And I actually think 14, we could go up to 6. We'll stay at 14. I can't remember how big you can go on caddisfly actually. Let's go up to 120, 120, just see if we're getting nibbles. 120 is probably, I mean, you can get white bream trophies at night up here lately, but I don't know how strong the blue bream have been up here lately. All right. Is that too deep of a... Might be too deep. It's like stuck on the bottom, isn't it? All right, it's just too deep there, I guess. Let's try 1.5 and let's cast a little farther. Still too deep, interesting. All right, so 1.3. All right, it says touching bottom. So we're getting close. Maybe 1.2. We probably do need it to be drifting. Maybe I'm supposed to be further down. Oh, it gets deeper further down. Where are we right now? Huh, okay. Must just be the angle. So I wonder if we put it back at 1.6, 1.5, 1.6 and cast to that spot. The problem is, like, you got to have a long reach. I mean, this is a fairly long, what, 6-meter telescopic? And it's going to drift out of the spot pretty quick. But that is a good point, Beast, and I actually have thought about that. I've changed my release schedule on these episodes. I'm now releasing, because I have some pre-recorded at this point, I'm releasing 5 episodes per week right now, so that they are getting out while people are still working on the fair. And in later episodes, obviously, I'm spending a lot less time talking about the fair and just more general leveling stuff. Huh. Yo, Javon, how's it going? So even there, doesn't seem like... All right, that looks about right. We're kind of dragging on the bottom, but that's getting very close to where we want this. We're even getting drifting with the current, and I think there's something nibbling on it now. Maybe not. Maybe that was the sort of last moments of dragging on the bottom. What is Eye Taker Wraith? You have 3 feeders, 2 comforts, and 1 Sorrento. Oh, you're kidding me. Just got 1 Super Duty 88. Now I'm torn between upgrading my feeders or going for a 2nd Super Duty. I would go 2nd Super Duty. I would start trolling Corey, because there's... How big does this Nace need to be? That was a Nace, y'all. We actually caught a Nace. Oh, it's character design? Oh, that's cool. You've also thought about just saving up for your first carp rod. Okay, that makes it a little bit more complicated. I mean, I think that because Corey, my understanding, though I haven't gotten there on this account yet, but my understanding is that Corey's been pretty good lately. And so just to give you something different to do, I kind of like the idea of getting 2 setups ready to go for Corey. What reels are you going to use on those Super Duties, by the way? There are cheaper rods. If you don't want to save up for a 2nd Super Duty, there's that, what's that called? Something heavy. There's a different one you can do. 400 gram Nace. We weren't even close. All right, let's go check our stuff. At least we know that the Nace are biting down here, so this is a possibility. During the day, I guess. I don't know. I don't think Nace are overnight. Man, we need Eyed, too. So many things we need. Don't I still need Eyed? An Eyed 1.5 kilo. What's going to catch a big Eyed? Pea porridge? Corey, float has been good. Yeah, there you go. Something else you can do at Corey. All right, this is just a perch. And still no fish on the boilies. Although, as soon as I put that in, I was like, this is more of a nighttime. This is for the white bream and blue bream. Middle of the day, those boilies aren't going to do anything. Yeah, eyed for the challenge. That's correct. B said, instead of a saber, I got a super cast 6000. Oh yeah, those are good. So that's what you're going to troll Corey for? That's good. I don't think that. I've heard people talking about doing well just on spinnerbaits, trolling spinnerbaits at Corey lately. Snatcher. I just don't like putting that out there that to make people think that they have to have handmade balsas. Although if you're in a good community, especially if you have premium, you can just offer to send the ingredients to someone and they can craft it for you. Snowflakes from the Christmas fair are great for Vendus. Yeah, I do still need eyed for the challenge on this account, if that's what you were asking. I haven't had much luck in Cory other than the first day. I got a 14 kilo Cory char. Wow. That is great. On the spiker too. I did check the stats. The handmade balsas are popping off. Well, remember that sometimes that's misleading because the reason why it looks like they're popping off is because that's what a ton of people are using. So there's just so many more lines in the water with that lure on. You know what I mean? Spiker 2 at 120. Oh, really? Oh, I do have a spinning setup. We can try that. And it's almost eyed time, isn't it? All right, let's move our whole setup to 120, 120. I think what we're doing here with the white bream and the blue bream is still possible at 120, 120. So since we have other things that we could also try to do up there, I think it's worth moving up there. Do you remember, Ephraim, like, were you casting to the right and sort of bringing it back towards you? Do you remember speed, anything like that? I don't have the Spiker 2, but I think I have the Spiker 18, and I've got the Christmas number 2 one that looks like the Spiker. Spikers and spinners. Okay, so I don't even care about, oh, I guess the other thing is that there's a chance that this could catch blue bream, right? But that's such a rare chance. I actually don't think we use this right now. I think we want to try to catch, all right, this is a small setup, so let's do red worm and I guess 10. I don't really remember what the clip is here. And then this one, let's do, this is a little stronger. Let's do like pea porridge. Are we gonna just really embrace the eyed for a minute here? See if they're still here. And then we do have the spiker. All right, let's try, I don't know. I don't really know. Let's just try some stuff. You found your Discord post about eyed. Okay, cool. I'm wondering if this will work. Spinner number 2. 12. Okay, between the log. So between here, retrieval speed 12. Okay. That's slow, huh? I like it. Blue or black? Pomar snowflakes do good on Cory. Blue or black? Okay, that's good. That's good to know. How did I just miraculously catch an eyed the first time I started doing the retrieval speed of what you suggested? That's funny. blue, black, purple. All right, there's a white bream. All right, here we go. Here we go. Eye time. Nice and slow, so we're just kind of running it against the ground probably, or pretty close to it as it's drifting down the current. And we're hoping some big eye will hit it. So that's good intel. And before the fair goes away, if you're going to be trolling Corey, it might be worth picking up, sounds like blue or black snowflake spinners. Good options for Corey. I always like the orange one, but I haven't tried it this year to know if it's working this year. Oh, that's the eyed bait. No, it's not. Never mind. That is the red worm. That is the catch everything bait. But we need it to catch. I don't mind these white bream, but we need it to catch a random blue bream. 100-gram blue bream. Purple works well for Cory char. Oh, interesting. My poor dude is starving. All right. Really good chance this is it. I don't know about size, but really good chance this is what we're after, right? Oh, okay. Size is looking good. By the way, we have 3.2 liter, so a 1.5 kilo eyed is going to feel like a truck on this at first. Oh, that sounds good. I like baked potatoes with cheese. I had an Arby's roast beef sandwich today. It had been a long time, but it was very good. We're going to need this fish to get tired. I don't think we have... This setup does not have the strength to just straight up pull him in. You were using the same reel? Okay, cool. Yeah, this is just that starter setup, you know? This thing is burning me up right now. I don't know. I don't know if this is an eyed or not. Did we find an asp? Catfish? What's up on the move? Yeah, let's hope it's not a catfish. It's too bouncy to be a catfish, bouncing around too much. It is interesting though. As long as it's not, I don't know. Hopefully we'll be able to get it in, and hopefully it will give us a lot of experience, because then we can go to Cory and get some cottage cheese dough for our bream challenge. Yeah, totally could be a chub. If it's a chub or an eyed, though, it is a pretty nice one, I think. The way it was just burning us up. Just don't be stupid. All right, let's see if we can grip him a little better. Not really. Such a bouncy fish. Unfortunately, it feels more chub than eyed to me, but I'm sure hoping. Oh yeah, no, you're right. This is, I mean, I talked about this in this last episode that I recorded. This is just fun fishing, whether it's here or Belaya. If you just want to have fun fishing with these spinnerbaits, this kind of setup is where it's at. And it's next to free. I mean, you're spending more on the lures than you are the setup. What's up, Nero? A trophy blue? Yeah. How's it going, Nero? Long time no see. It's always good to see your name in chat. I just want to get a look at this fish real quick, please, game. If you could just let me see it. It is coming in, by the way. Very slowly and painfully. Okay. Remember, I'd almost look like they have lipstick on. Can't tell. It's not a chub, y'all. I think this is an eyed. Although, man, does that look smaller than you would have expected? I mean, it's still going to be big enough for this challenge, but that is just not that big a fish. Wow. All right. All thanks go to Ephraim for the catching of our stage 5 eyed. And if you're watching this on YouTube later on down the line, I know it's hard to keep up with everything that's happening. This is the setup. We're using this Pomar spinner number 2. This one is only available at the Christmas fair, however, or the New Year's fair. However, Ephraim used a spiker number 2. I'm sure there's a lot of spinner baits that you could reproduce this with. Very basic, cheap setup and retrieval speed of 12. All right, so we are no longer going for eyed. So let's put on... Do we have anything besides redworm that would likely catch a blue bream? While y'all are answering that, I'm just going to cast the redworm in. Get y'all's opinion on that. If there's something else that we have that we could try to catch. Blue bream. Greetings, Andreka. Okay. So at Belaya, this setup makes a 2 kilo grayling feel like a monster compared to a trophy lake trout with HSV. True. True. Okay, so the other thing, let's go ahead and open up our gift, by the way. This is our leveling series. We don't have to wait till the end of the stream to unlock, to open them. Ooh. Legitimately a lure that we can use at Corey and many other places. These hunter lures are quite good, although that is a huge one. Never mind, I don't think I would use the Hunter O at Corey. This is a 45 gram lure. Can I return it for a refund? That is a big lure. It is massive. What size hook do I have on here? Way too big. All right, so you're saying blue bream was garlic dough, like garlic dough? It does look beautiful, yeah. So let's go size 20 garlic dough. Is that really a thing? I've not heard of that before. Blue bream on garlic dough, or I don't remember it. All right, I know. There's lots of white bream here. We get it. We get it, game. Gudgeons on garlic dough? Ooh. Well, we know there's a really good gudgeon spot at Winding right now. Yes, first, I mean, I know regular bream love garlic dough, but blue bream, I'm not sure. I'm going to cause an out of stock. Maybe, although by the time, what I'm afraid of, by the time people watch this on YouTube, the New Year's fair won't even be there. Pea porridge as well for blue bream? Okay. 135, I think is what we ended up settling on, right? Maybe even less than that, I can't remember. No, that's good. It's kind of good. I knew y'all would help, chat. Y'all are such good luck and such good sources of information on these challenges. Okay, it's a little too deep. It's not moving at all. I'm not sure that NACE are even active at night. All right, let's go. All right, what are we still working on that's feasible right now? Blue bream is the main thing. We should probably just lean into blue bream. Oops. Volkov's a little slow at the moment. Pea porridge, huh? I mean, look, I'll try anything. The one thing I'll say, I mean, it's not very often that I use pea porridge on small hooks, or garlic dough for that matter. So that's one reason why I might not even think about what other fish species might be interested. 99,121. 99,121. Is that across from here, or is that actually here? I could have looked on the spots. A lot of people are posting about that. Oh, that is actually over there, isn't it? Maybe? It's the tip. Yeah. I got you. Okay. Interesting. So I have not seen blue bream there myself on my main account when I was going for the Donit's Rough, but maybe I just was unlucky. I love how these river mussels just take off. I mean, we're not going to see a blue bream in the middle of the night, most likely. It's going to be like first thing in the morning. Okay, let's look at the stats page and see in the last 3 days the record setters at winding on blue bream. All right. Okay, pea porridge, the problem with pea porridge is it's going to catch eyed, right? Yeah, this is an eyed. One thing we could do with pea porridge is go even smaller hook and try to dodge the eyed. I don't know if that'll work, but okay, so blue bream past 3 days at winding. Oh, castor. Redworm, castor, those boilies. So maybe we put those boilies back in the water. People have been catching blue bream on those boilies. And there's pea porridge, actually. And then there's garlic dough with redworm. Interesting. Caddisfly. There's a lot of things you can catch. The question is what's going to mostly catch, you know, not get distracted by other things. There's a lot of wide-eye bream there as well. Okay, interesting. I'm actually thinking about, do we take the, I want to make room for the boilies. So I'm trying to decide what bait to take out. I think we take out the red worm, actually, believe it or not. Red worm just catches so many different things. So many of the records are on red worm, though. That might be silly. I think maybe we have to choose between garlic dough and pea porridge. I actually don't see that anyone caught. So the only garlic dough that shows up is with red worm. So that could have been the red worm more than the garlic dough. Maybe we take the garlic dough out. I think I'll take the garlic dough out. It feels like it's going to be the slowest anyway. And then we can put our boilies back in. I mean, it's going to catch white bream, but it does have a chance of catching blue bream, so it's kind of interesting. It's an eyed. Man, even with the tiniest of hooks. Although, look at this. Oh, no, this is pretty decent size. Oh, my goodness. So now we're going to have two eyed that could have counted. Yeah, it's an eyed. So we would have had an eyed here either way. This is just a good spot for eyed, apparently. Oh, it's just under. Well, I'm glad we caught the other one. That would have been frustrating. 1.4. Oh my goodness. White bream. Wide eye bream, 42.5 bottom. Oh, I think we just caught the first thing on boilies, but I want to make sure. Yeah. All right, this is most likely to be white bream, but yeah. But there's a chance. There is a chance. Okay, does anybody have any reflections on the nace? The one thing we discovered was caddisfly. So now we just gotta I actually think we could go a little bit bigger hook. We're probably mostly gonna catch nace. We just gotta figure out the right spot. I'm wondering if the right spot might be over there at the bend. I feel like that's where I caught it on my main account, but nace are kind of everywhere, I think. All right, red worm, white bream. Something's nibbling on the pea porridge, probably eyed, but we'll see. The blue bream can be on any tackle. It's just a lot easier on feeder, right? A dace. We caught a dace on pea porridge. My nace was at 107, 123, 85. All right, hold on. Caddisfly. Okay, well maybe we're... I do think caddisfly is what I'd got my nace on as well. Oh, that's okay. That's right over there. Holy cow, look at that nace. Even that's not big enough. And that was huge. Oh my goodness. We're catching nace on everything right now. It's nace time. But it has to be on float. We're actually catching nace on everything. Oh, really? So you were seeing on bottom, but not on float. Okay, interesting. Nace on caddisfly. Okay, 99, 121. Okay. Good to know, good to know. All right, this is red worm, and that is a small-eyed. All right. I think nace are pretty much everywhere, but you need somewhere that's like where they're strong, I guess, because you got to get such a big one. I do like this spot though. If they're still active here at all, this is a fun little spot to fish. Hey, you too, Marcel. Yo, what's up, Mystic? It's been good. We're doing a little stream of the leveling series for a bit, just getting chat to help me work on some of these last free-to-play challenges. wonder if this spot's less active now than it was. Maybe we need to try the 99, 121. What's up, Gray Fox? By the way, we may continue to do this till the end, or I could get, you know, tired of it, want to change a pace and do a little fishing at Norway on my main account. We'll see though. Yeah, so many nace are coming out right now in this spot. It's crazy, but it's all on feeder so far. Do y'all think nace, that 400 gram nace, is that like one of those fish where you're most likely going to only see it like in the morning in a short window of time? Just wondering if it's even worth going for like later in the day and stuff like that. Ooh, not a blue bream. Perch? All right. Blue bream do not seem to be very active here right now. For me, at least. It's so hard. Like, I wish, you know, I wish you could just go purchase algae. I always have the best luck, at least to figure out if a blue bream are at a spot, of just throwing some algae out. Pelicus says, could you explain the difference between casting rod and bait casting rod? Are you talking about in this game or in real life? I don't know about in real life. I mean, it's in this game, I think those terms would be used interchangeably. A classic bait casting reel goes on, I think your caps lock is on, by the way. A classic bait casting reel goes on a casting rod. These two things go together. Does that make sense? So as far as I know, there's not a difference between that terminology. Most of the time people just refer to it as a casting setup or casting rod, casting reel, instead of the spinning. That's the difference. That's the distinguishing thing. Spinning rod and reel versus casting or bait casting rod and reel. No problem. Has anybody caught anything really cool today at Norway, by the way? Any of you all? Oh, a roach on pea porridge. All right, it's 8:30 in the morning. I think we sit here another couple minutes before we give up on blue bream for the day. Good time to buy a casting reel compared to the buying of spinning rods. Yeah, I think in this day and age of Russian fishing 4, you don't want to do the casting setup until, if you're the average Russian fishing 4 player, until way down the line. Because to me, in this day and age, reels, spinning reels like the HSV, caliber HSV, are just too both powerful and flexible, where I would want to just be able to use, I would just want to be able to use it both on my carp rods and my spinning rods, the same reels, until you get to a much higher level where you can afford to start buying both. Because frankly, it would just be so expensive too early to have to buy separate casting setup versus spinning. I don't know if that's helpful, but that's how I would look at it. Pydam, how's it going? Yes, the HSV is too versatile to pass up. That's what I was trying to say, and you said it much clearer. Thank you. Yes, the casting setup is too expensive for one type of fishing until you get way for. Now, when I first started playing, Volkov was the highest level map. Okay, so let's see if I can remember. Back then we had Cottage Pond, Mosquito, Winding, Old Berg, Corey, Bear, Volkov. Okay, so 7th map was Volkov. And soon after I started playing, Sura River came out. So that was the 8th water body. But Volkov was in game. That was it, you know? And so because of that, when I got to Volkov, there was no amber. Now, Bear was great, but carp fishing was a lot more simple back then. And so when I got to Volkov, it made sense to get casting set up because we were making, at least for back then, now it would be almost nothing compared to now, but at least for back then, we were making pretty good silver at Volkov. And we were casting from the boat. We weren't only trolling. And so what you would do, what a lot of us would do, I forgot I'm not on my main account. You would get either the Super Duty or the Model 1 casting rod, and then the steelhead casting reel. And in fact, I ran 2 of those setups so I could troll, but then like I said, a lot of times you were anchoring down and actually just out there at the that, let's see, what did we call it? The Moonshine Trailer or whatever. We would anchor down in that part of the map and just fish for salmon and zander and all that. So it was just like, that's what you did, but that was in game. That's no longer the case, obviously. And yeah, that's another good point. The best spinning reel you could do was Everest, and a lot of people didn't like the Everest that much. So it's just another good reason to go towards casting at that point. It's totally different now. I mean, there's so many more options with gear. The game is so different at this point than it was back then. So I just think it makes sense, unless, like, the only caveat might be is that the only thing that interests you is spin fishing, and you just really dislike the bottom fishing or float fishing or whatever. You're just really into spin fishing. Then yeah, maybe you do save up and get some casting setups going a little earlier compared to other people, but be right back. I'm getting spooled. Okay. Good luck with that. The only casting setup you should buy once you have your essential gear is an ultralight low profile setup. Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun. Late game, you can buy heavier casting setups. Well, now these days you get into the conventional reels, which those are still casting setups in a sense, but then once you get to Norway, you're looking at marine specific gear, so it's tough. Yes, the farther you get in the game, I think the easier it is to settle into spin fishing only. But for the first half of the game, not that you can't do it, and some people certainly have, but it does feel pretty limiting. All right, so it's 10:40 in the morning. We probably can assume we're not going to catch a blue bream this late. Marco, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you doing, Pydam? Hope life's treating you well there, Pydam. We're just catching perch. Well, that perch got away, so. Really enjoy the Regal Sensei. Yes, yes, it's so fun, isn't it, Gray Fox? That's a good one. And you can just kind of, I mean, not that it's not expensive. I mean, anything at that point is expensive, but it's a cheap setup compared to other stuff. So you can kind of just relax and have fun with it a little bit. What time of day were they fishing? Oh, later in the day. Interesting. Most of them are at night, though. The blue bream. Maybe we go down there at night. All right, so what do we want to do until it's nighttime? Do we want to go just see if we can catch a nace at the point over there? Just to see, just for the information. We could also go by and check the cafe, and then we'll probably go back to that first spot. So I got distracted by 120 because of the presence of Ide, and that paid off. We got the Ide, but that original spot we set up at is the most recent post on VK that does talk about blue bream at least being a bycatch. And I don't know, unless someone else has seen some blue bream as bycatch today, that might be the best intel we have. Yo, Krustar, welcome back. What did Pydam catch yesterday, Mystic? Oh, those grass carp definitely run at the beginning. That's true. We're one roach off. Ooh, 18 silver for the zebra mussel. I always love that, getting that order in particular. A non-marker zebra mussel. Oh, we made 96 silver. How did we make that much? Oh, the Ide. Look at that zebra mussel. That's ridiculous. Okay. Wow. We're doing well. That's going to put us up over 200 silver. We could get our second decent feeder set up. We can keep saving to try to get an initial quarry set up, since, I mean, we're going to be level 16 before we know it. I don't know. I don't know. Pydam might not tell me, Mystic. You might have to share. At least give me some clues about Pydam's fish. Let's see. Do we want to... What do we want to put? Probably just worm, maybe? I don't know. Small hooks and... I saw that. I saw that in chats. I think it was last night. I saw somebody catch a 243 Donit's Rough, and I was like, ouch. But if it was a low-level player, yeah, they might not have even known that that was an ouch. Oh, a beluga, 755. That's awesome. That is awesome. It was his first Donit's and he got trophy trolled. Wow. grats and sorry at the same time. I'm conflicted. Yeah. $25 minutes ago? Wow. See, I mean, unless it's on my main account, I don't want to be catching a trophy Donets. Let's don't do that. Okay. Trying to see if we can find evidence of Nace. I'm not actually sure if doing it like this is the better way, or if we should let it just drift like in the current right past us. What's up, White Eye? I don't know if this would be better to let it drift with the current. It's only so far it can drift, but yes, this is on the leveling series. We've just got a few left, so we're trying to work on some of the challenges. We still need Blue Bream, Nace. We still need big river mussel. We still need 2 kilo bream and 2 kilo fish in general on telescopic at Mosquito. And then past that, we might just need like the ones that are like catch this many fish on bloodworm or this many species at Mosquito, that kind of thing. So we're getting close. I'd say the things are the 3 one that I remember at least. Oh no, pike as well. So 4. We need blue bream, pike, Nace. Which I hadn't even thought about pike. Pike on a low level account, much more difficult, right? Because we don't have the ability to just like throw a wobbler or I don't know, something out there that's gonna just pretty quickly catch pike. It's a little weirder, a little more awkward, I would say. All right, so far, not having much success on the Nace. What if we go back to a deeper depth and then just let it sit, kind of dragging? I don't know if this is a better strat or not. All right, somebody did just catch a Nace in chat, so right around this area. Small, but it is a Nace, and there's another one. Oh, really? You had blue bream on caddisfly. Okay. that's cool. Oh, we might just have too big a hook on too. I think we still have that 6 on, right? Let's make sure that's not the problem. Casting upstream with an Aquila. Oh, interesting. I don't think I have an Aquila. I can show you what I do have though. Currently we have, so we've got that Pomar spinner. We've got Snowflake, Fury, old spinner lure, Spiker 218, Hornet 08, Dragonfly Long, Dragonfly Bell, Dragonfly Stream. Now I could buy an Aquila, but I don't currently have one. Oh, I thought we were getting a nibble on float, maybe not. Why is the Nace challenge suddenly feel so hard to me? And I think we got it really quick. It was just one of those like really lucky, we didn't have to try for it very hard. Nothing like catching a big 50-gram bleak on feeder rod. Are you kidding me? All right, this is just not doing anything, not getting nibbles, nothing. You think we might get... Oh, you got it, Quillage Grats. You think we might get pike. So pike like faster retrieval, right? Yeah, that's the problem. I think if you could do top water lure would be the way to go for pike, right? It's at low level if you have that unlocked, but all we can do are spinner baits right now, correct? Yeah, Quillage, if you don't mind sharing, I'd be curious where you got that done. All right, spoon is next. Jigging. Are those considered wobblers? No, topwater. Holy cow. Topwater's forever. What's up? Mr. Ox. I had mine with a funky minnow. Yeah. You had gotten mini with Aquila. Okay. Wait. You posted pics in trophy room. Okay, thanks, Python. You were just over there. Hold on, let me think about this. Okay, you got your Nace over there. Okay. All right. Well, I'll try there. I'll try there probably. But try for Nace or Blue Bream first. I think we go try that Blue Bream spot. It's getting to be nighttime. Red lures for pike. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Maybe a red Aquila? Oh, the Vibra spoon. I can't do spoons yet though, right? Not that we're necessarily that far away. 15%, not too bad, but it'd be nice to have a red Aquila either way, just because once we're at Quarry on this leveling series, if we're trolling, it's nice to have some variety, but carp rods work. Yes. No, no, no. You can use any kind of, you can do any kind of bottom fishing on carp rods. I shouldn't say any kind of bottom fishing. It does eventually get a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah, mostly you can. Let's see. We got the fourth roach. All right, I think we're good. Oh, we got that. Nice. So we're up to 133 plus another 100. That's awesome. For the place or long head dab? Ooh, good question. Nace. Okay, so use caster and 50 centimeter. Maybe I'll switch back and forth between caster and caddisfly, or maybe we do both at the same time. It might be a little slower bite rate anyway. All right, what were we going to look at? The Achilles, but we want the 4 gram, and we want red. What do y'all think is the most red Aquila? This one, the 05? Is that the most red Aquila? Of course, these hornets are awesome. Talking about red. Talking about red. How about a Hornet 05? You like the 7? Okay. Let's try it. I like that idea. Let's get some free food. All right, we're going to try 106.95 again. All right, so you are saying maybe we try caster. Instead of the dough baits for the blue bream, maybe we try caster and caddisfly. Top 2 blue bream baits that we have access to. Is it actually still redworm? Am I kidding myself? We should just use redworm. 106.95. Okay, that's right here. Oh yeah, I remember this spot now. So this person caught caught blue bream on this setup here. It was bycatch. I mean, mostly what they were catching is white bream, but they did have blue bream on it. So then we need 2 more baits for blue bream, off chance of blue bream. Let's see. Somebody just recently said, oh, I caught my blue bream on, I think they said caster, right? Or am I getting confused on Nace now? Redworm should work. Okay, let's go redworm. That's a good point. Now that we need smaller, let's just go redworm. Better bite rate. Let's just find one. All right, I'm gonna go find my water. I'll be back. All right. What did we catch on our boilies here? A white bream. That's what we expect to catch primarily. And a perch. A new post with a blue trophy char. Oh, this is Archie. Is that what we're talking about? Christos, greetings. Thank goodness I didn't mess that bite up. I was really not wanting to lose the chance to see what that fish was. Is there any spot for bream on winding or mosquito? I'm actually not sure. I think that bream spot on, I mean, there have been bream posts fairly lately on both, but because they have all involved cottage cheese, I have not looked very closely. All right, white bream, but we need a blue bream, and we need it to be at least 100 grams. You know, before they made this change, this would have been just like confirmation. Oh, okay, so the blue bream are possible here. So now we spend the next several nights trying to get lucky on that one big one, right? All right, so new blue bream spot, 106.95. To be fair, they are like bycatch, but they're coming out enough. You caught so many 100-gram blues before the change. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so next is going to be the nace, right? I mean, we don't have cottage cheese dough yet. It's nighttime, so it's not pike. I don't know if nace are even active at night. There's really not anything we can even work on at night. Can we just go get set up for nace, maybe? Don't really know. It's still pretty early. What size hooks y'all using for nace these days? Oh, try braided. All right, we're gonna try this spot right over here, right? So I don't know that I have braided. I think all this is mono. You use 22. Oh, interesting. That's so much smaller than what I've been using. Maybe that's why I'm not catching them good. So you are thinking that it might be worth investing in some braided line. Oh, I do have this microcarbon stuff though. This is like microfluorocarbon. Wait, what did we put on the other one? Yeah, caddisfly. 85. Like, does this work? Just to, let's just try this out here. And then put this one at like 50. $85 depth. Okay, so maybe we should do 85 on both then. It's not midnight yet, but it's probably too late to catch one. Yeah, I think they're active at daytime for sure. I'm just kind of making sure the feels like we can do this. Should be good. I think we can use two here pretty comfortably. Set them both down, and then just keep resetting them during the morning. Yeah. Question is, do we want to get some kind of like fancy braided line for this one, the U braid or whatever? Yes, but you gotta whisper it to me. You can't post it in chat. If you know how to do that. All right. All right. I'll post it in chat in case somebody else needs to watch it after I've watched it. Those big old nace. Trophy nace. Caddisfly. All right, this would be a flex. How many nace does he have over what is it, 400? One. Is it 400 or 500? So it looks like he's got two now that are big enough. Nope, 3. And Caddisfly was the winner. We should probably do both on Caddisfly, actually. Are you going to show the actual setup, though? Sounds good, Ephraim. All right. 14 hook. I like it. Doesn't matter on the size of the line, apparently. 14 hook. Caddisfly. About 50% straight out. Oh, this is from 3 weeks ago. Yeah, but somebody at Quillage just did it. All right, 14. That's good intel just in terms of like the size of stuff we want to use. What was that festive lamp float, by the way? I don't think I've ever used that before. Oh, did he say depth on that Quillage? Did he actually go over depth? Oh, it's in description. 100. Wait, what? 1.7. Wow. I love it. That is so much deeper than I would have been doing. So funny we haven't called it rough just for that little easy order. All right. 14 hook. Actually, I do have 14 hooks, don't I? I do. Crazy Zebra, how's it going? Primarily on bottom, makes sense then. Yeah, that makes me think we don't even need to use this like micro line. I hate to use the cheap hook though. That is such a cheap hook. 14, is that what we're going for? Even one of these would be better. Out of stock. Interesting. Two-star. Ooh, also 2-star. Okay. Oh, Crazy Zebra, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you can join us on Twitch today. Okay. Oh yeah, I just was out of curiosity. I wanted to see that float. What was it called? Like a festive lamp? Is that It's not in the fair, is it? Crazy Zebra, thanks for the follow. It's not in this fair, at least. Oh, it's in one of the gifts. Thank you, thank you. That was kind of driving me crazy thinking about where that could have been from. I don't think I got those on my main account. I guess I'll have to double check next time I log in, though. They just look like they were Christmas colors, I guess. He was really going closer to 50%, I think, out. But either way. Okay, so we just let him float. Yeah, I think I've done every task on my main account. That's right. I look like a really nice history teacher. Interesting. I do love history, so that's kind of odd. I would say it's probably my favorite subject when you think about traditional subjects in school. Okay. What are we catching here in the night? Oh. It's one of our rough. Tight lines, Alex. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, I love it. On my main account, I do. We don't have it on this account yet. This account's the one that could really use it, though. I'm just realizing something that we could probably, to be on the safe side, purchase a few more caddisfly real quick before the day of fishing, nace fishing starts. Ooh, somebody's got a trophy zebra mussel in that spot where we were standing, or close to it. All right. Ooh, that's expensive. Are we gonna have to get a bait box, or do they have them at Winding? We're not doing 166 silver worth of caddisfly. Favorite era of history, probably medieval times. I don't know any more specific than that, how to answer that question. I just in general am interested in history, but it's hard for me to like say, oh, definitely. But I am fascinated by a lot of European history, I think, and sort of that what you think of with medieval times kind of stuff. What about you, Mystic? It's 4 in the morning. We could probably start catching them any minute now. Let's see if, when they activate. Oh, somebody's got a trophy rough. It's trophy time. Oh, cool. So he's following the series. Has he been doing the challenges, or did he start after the challenges were active? Alrighty. All the way from evolutionary prehistory to the great history for World War II. Wow, that's a big span. He started after. Okay, gotcha. We were just talking about that earlier, how the later I've gone in the series, I've tried to get away from just focusing on the challenges. So hopefully, like, episodes that are coming out now are getting less and less just about the challenges and more about leveling in general. The challenges are so, like, timely focused, so temporary, I guess. Fish on. Guess what? Nace. All right. That is an awfully good sign. So 4:58 a.m. we get our first nace. And it did bite pretty far down there. I certainly do all that I can to stay out of politics, Crush Tar. But I really have no idea about the answer to that question anyway. You like the black floats? I don't know that I have a favorite color. It is nice when floats are still like really visible at night when your flashlight reflects off of them well. And once you get into match rod fishing, I really like those Pomar wagglers that they sell in the New Year's Fair right now. But those tips are like, what are they? Red, blue, and yellow, I think. Okay. I mean, it's still early. Hopefully the bite rate will pick up. I'm also thinking about putting the second rod not quite as deep. Like going back to like 85, just to make sure that that part of it isn't different. There you go, missed it. But the one nace that we've caught so far was on this rod, which has the longer length, and it actually didn't hit it till, ooh, okay. Missed that bite. And that was with it just sitting there. So that's twice that we're getting these bites when they're getting to the full extension. It's a little concerning. All right, just for a few minutes here, let's try this at 0.85 or 85 centimeters. Yes, this has been a very good spot for bleak, and some dace as well. Good spot to make some silver for sure. But I've got it set up pretty different. We're not going to be catching bleak because we're using bigger hook and we're fishing at a lot lower depth in the water. I wish we could catch some bleak, but we need to focus on this nace if possible. All right, there's a nibble. Do nace nibble? Yep. All right, that's what we're after, and that was at the lower depth, the 1.7 meter depth. I'll give that 85 centimeter a little bit more time to try. Okay, I think that's a little different, Crush, but I mean, I hear you, but all right. Come on, we just need one nace. It doesn't have to be the best bite rate ever because we just need one. Just needs to be a pretty good size one. Right now we're in the 200 gram area. Oh, that's getting a nibble, isn't it? Let's see how it's slowing down. Yeah. It's too small though. A little bleak. Oh, I did catch a bleak. I was wrong. All right, so 85's not doing anything. Let's switch this back to one. We'll at least do 150 on this one. Ooh. Man, doesn't it feel like the spot is actually way down there? I'm going to cast way up here this time, just to see if we ever get an earlier bite. We're definitely getting later bites, but do we ever get an earlier bite? And I'm only getting Nace on the first rod, even though they're set up almost identically. Okay, there's an earlier bite. Now, the way that went down, that could have been a very small bleak. I'm not sure that that was a Nace. We'll see what happens next. Yeah, there certainly seem to be a lot of Nate. I'm so tired of not being able to switch rods. Like, sometimes you just can't sit them down here or something. I caught a lot of Nace at 120 on feeder rods. Didn't have as much success on float, but it might have just been a patience thing. On my main account, I'm pretty sure we caught it right here, by the way. Like where the bend of this turn. Yeah, like right here where we got the white bream. But I don't know. You know, let's see. I have been playing, so a buddy of mine that I play a good bit with, he's been playing a lot of Division 2 lately. And so I've played some of that with him. I dipped my toe back into Destiny 2 because anytime I play Division 2, it reminds me of Destiny 2 in some ways. But nothing serious there. Not a whole lot else though. Yeah, I don't know. That nibble that's happening right there, I'm not sure if that's a Nace, if I'm just like pulling a little too quick. Somebody just caught a 392 Nace. That would be pretty irritating, right? 8 grams off. Yo, Beast, you're in the same spot that I'm in the crayfish shallows. Caddisfly, 175. Sounds familiar, right? I mean, we can go 5 more. $107, 123. So he called that Nace in this exact same spot. A 990 gram. Oh my goodness. A 999 gram. Ouch. Yeah, something must be different about the spot, or, you know, my setup's not right somehow. Maybe it's having skill points. I mean, I don't know. But the person in that video, again, like you said, that's 3 weeks ago, so the spot just could have changed dramatically by then. But they were catching, the amount of Nace they were catching was a ton. I mean, they had just like a net full of Nace. So unless I'm just not in the right spot, or there's something about my setup, like they were definitely getting them a lot faster. You can't get the pellet? Oh, interesting. Isn't it weird? Just that RNG. I cast a little farther this time, so it's like farther away from us. But that's pretty far out there. I don't know why that, I mean... Yeah, I think I was that way too. My pellet came in before the Corey Whitefish did. Oh my goodness. We found another Nace, and it was tiny, tiny, tiny. It was so small, I thought it was going to be a bleak. 32 gram. Ooh. So we missed the nibble, dodged the nibble. Maybe we'll actually do this right. Okay, okay. Not a Nace. I don't know if it's worth trying to fish with the second rod or not. Like, I think if I do fish with it, like I focus on the main rod, and then if we happen to get a bite, we try to switch over. But we make sure we don't miss bites on the first rod if possible. But the second rod lets us fish in a slightly different position maybe. Oh, it missed. How did that miss? Oh, I don't remember Quillage. That's a good question. Oh, you got the pellet. Float is intensive, yeah. And when it's not a good bite rate, it actually is... Can't hardly handle it. I am so... it is just really unfortunate that these Nace seem to be nibblers. I miss the bleak and dace that'll just take it. That's right. That's right. When it's slow, you miss more bites. I think that's correct. That's right. I agree. Wait, you float? You caught 116 white bream on float in an hour? That seems insane. At Old Berg? Yeah, what's up, Disturbed? Do y'all think it'll change the bite rate if I put that micro fluorocarbon line? We could lose the hook, but it's not too big a deal. But we just need anything that will... This line is so thin and weak that if we hook into the wrong fish, I don't even know. I mean, really, a trophy nace might, nace might give it a run for its money. You've been trying to get a trophy frog at Old Berg. You're trying to get perch and Chinese sleeper trophy at Old Berg. You can tell it slows down, like we're not even getting, in the morning we were at least occasionally getting nibbles even after it was finished drifting, but that doesn't seem to be happening anymore really. Come on, it's too small, it's way too small. If we catch a, actually let's change the, if we catch a nace that's big enough on this thin line, it's gonna feel like we've got a carp, like a big leather carp or something on. It's gonna look like the end of the world for a second. Hopefully we'll be able to turn its head and get it in. Somebody just casually caught a 480 gram nace just now. Just chilling. Just chilling. I actually don't know. I don't remember the answer to that.
What's up, love?
So it's not on the card. Yeah, we just watched a video of somebody catching a trophy here. Uh-oh.
What?
I just messed up that cast. What's up, Bomar? Trying to get white bream here. Did you try, what was that spot people just posted recently on BK? The 106.95 spot. Man, we had a nibble. I don't really catch them close though. Like we have to throw them a little farther away from us. But that, I don't know. That doesn't seem right either. The amount of people that are catching them here, probably not all of those people are using as long of a rod as I am. I didn't see what size telescopic rod. Let me look at that video Quillage sent me one more time. Let's see what size rod he had. Also, I'll look at his cast again to see where he was casting it. By the way, it was like 1700 in the afternoon when he caught that. All right, so the rod is a 6 meter rod. So that is the same height as mine. And I don't know if he has skill points in, he might, but he's at 1.7 depth, slight turn to the left, and then 50% cast. So he's like standing right here, and he goes slight turn to the left, and right at 50% cast, and he just catches it. To me, his cast does look slightly further away than that. So it just makes me think he does have points. So I might need to cast like more like 60%. Yeah, Bomar, trying to get that Nace. Trying to get that Nace caught. All right, so let's say it's 60%. Slight to the left, 65%. Yeah, that looks closer to where he had it. Maybe even he had it slightly farther than that. I don't know. You just got one? Oh, nice. 249. There you go. You're getting there. Paco Sano, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. For life, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, there you go. 3 points in float, 50%, same bait. Okay. Greetings. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. It's going good. How are you doing? Thank you for the follow, Paco. All right, what size is this? 276. You see how hard that was to pull in? I really don't think we need to use 1.5 line. Let's do 3.5. Did you catch anything nice today? Did you have a good stream? On the sea all day. Nice. Whoa, big poor beagle. That's awesome. Were you fishing with a bigger setup? Like going for bigger fish? I haven't even looked to see what people are talking about at Norway today. Oh, somebody got, all right, Jellyworm 160.06. Somebody got a trophy dab or whatever. That's kind of cool. All right, we're at that time where he actually caught a trophy nace. So that was in the 41 using that flying collar rig. Trolling the 80. Yikes. Trolling the 80, but that looks really slow. Very small. You were doing half a day troll. Heavy rod Borealica 40. You're getting tiny safe on gold baits. Wait, what do you mean gold baits? Did changing the line change the depth? Oh, it shouldn't have, but that's a good question. I'll double check that. All right, later on. Thanks again for the raid. Man, that's a great question. Did changing the line change the depth? Nope. The depth stays the same, apparently. Good to know. I don't know. I just feel like there's got to be something you can do to make this a little better bite rate, but still have a good chance of catching the nace. Couple of E sturgeon came in. Oh, you're trying, I got you, shrimp, neresis, and lugworm with marine paternoster rig on G3. So actually not gold baits, silver baits. Okay. First you tried mussel and scallop meat, but it's too expensive. I can't tell if something's nibbling. I think it's just hitting the bottom over there. All right, one more cast. I think one more, maybe two, we'll see. It's just so slow, it's painful. is going on? Do I see the bush on the other side of the peninsula? Yes. You talking about over there? At the point? Is that what you're talking about? Or somewhere else? Perch. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. The last bush. Okay, yeah. Those weeds, yeah. That's where you got the nace. What did you let it do? Did you just let it float away from you? And just kind of sit there, wait for the bite? On the point? Yeah. Now, I've tried that. Maybe I need to try it again. Drifting with current. So you would cast back to the right a little bit and let it drift like past you and away from you kind of thing? Or did you just keep recasting it straight on? It's just such a weird spot there, I find. Oh, 3 real-time days. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of brutal. Maybe the way on this one, the way they should have adjusted this one is like to allow feeders to catch these nace too, to not make it float only. Which I don't know. I think that would help a little bit. You at least could have a couple of feeders in while float fishing for them. We were catching a lot of them on feeder, although they tend to be smaller, I think, but be worth a try. Anything would be better, just a little bit of help. Good luck with the char. Good luck with the char. $93 grams off. Yeah, I must have just gotten so lucky on this nace on my main account. I don't know. It just happened so quick. Oh, is that right, Quillage? 10 grams too small? That's brutal. Yeah. Timon was a one cast fish. What's this, a bream or something? I could tell the way it did the float. Oh, you got 461. That's big enough. If you're using float, that's big enough. That would be nice. Oh, you caught it on feeder? Okay, interesting. Yeah, so I really do wish they'd allow feeder then. Alright. Catching chub and white bream. You know it's a little too late when I'm catching chub and white bream out here. What's up with all these 300-gram ones? Come on, let's get a fatty. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they did that on some of them, and I think that was a good move. Just allow more flexibility in going after the fish. It's just so discouraging, like missing a bite.